Yo, you ever read something so fire, you're like, nah, this needs to be animated? Well, today I'm talking about 4 mangas that are criminally missing an anime adaptation. We've got samurai philosophy, mind-bending conspiracies, soul-crushing revenge, and disturbing family drama. Let's get into it. Vagabond is what happens when you take a serious story, inject it with pure artistry, and then slap you across the face with philosophical dilemmas. This manga follows Musashi Miyamoto, a real historical figure who was basically the Michael Jordan of slicing people in half. But instead of just being a power fantasy about an overpowered swordsman, Vagabond dives deep into his inner struggles, self-doubt, and what it means to truly be strong. One moment, Musashi is chopping through dudes like a human blender, and the next, he's sitting in a field, staring at a flower like he's in an indie film. And somehow, it works. The character development in this manga is insane. And the art, bruh, if Vagabond got animated, we need Mappa on this, because anything less than movie level visuals would be disrespectful. The sword fights, they would make Demon Slayer look like a PowerPoint presentation. Now, if Vagabond is a samurai masterpiece, then 20th Century Boys is what happens when you mix Stranger Things and cult conspiracies. This manga follows Kenji, a regular dude who gets dragged into the world-ending conspiracy that somehow ties back into a weird game he played as a kid. And who's leading this nightmare? A creepy cult leader called Friend. You ever see a villain so weird that you immediately know he's about to ruin everything? That's Friend. This guy stays 10 steps ahead of everyone, and the mystery behind who he really is will have you flipping pages like you're speed running the manga. 20th Century Boys needs an anime. The suspense, the twist. This would be the best thriller anime since Death Note. Imagine if Madhouse animated this with some eerie lighting and crazy mind game sequences. Perfection. Alright, we're about to get dark now. You ever read a revenge story that makes you question if you should be rooting for the main character? Welcome to Jujika no Ruken. This manga follows Shun Yurama, a kid who gets brutally bullied. Like, I'm talking psychological horror levels of torment. But instead of just crying about it, instead of just bitching about it, my guy goes through literal military grade combat training and becomes a revenge machine. This ain't your typical high school revenge story. Shun isn't out here giving speeches about justice. Nah. He's out here ruining people's entire existence, rightfully so. Every time he gets revenge on one of his old bullies, it's like a boss fight, but with maximum emotional damage. This manga is dark, gritty, and unsettling in the best way possible. If it got animated, we need Studio Wit to handle it with that crisp detail animation. Just know it would not be for the weak-hearted. Okay, now I saved the truly most disturbing for last. If Jujutsu no Ruken was dark, then Blood on the Tracks is straight up psychological warfare. This manga is not about action, no swords, no revenge plots, just pure psychological horror wrapped up in something that looks innocent. My favorite. It follows Shiichi, a quiet kid with an overprotective mother. And by overprotective, I mean this woman is on some next level mommy dearest behavior. If you know, you know. Bruh, this woman is scary without ever raising her voice. You ever see a villain who doesn't need a weapon, just a stare? And you know it's over? That's Psycho. This manga is pure psychological tension. You will be sitting there sweating, wondering when things are gonna go off the rails. And then it happens. If it ever got animated, the sound design alone would send chills down your spine. That is the list. Vagabond, 20th Century Boys, Jujutsu no Ruken, and Blood on the Tracks. All absolute bangers that deserve an animation right now. But I want to hear from you. What manga do you think should get animated? Let me know in the comments. Till next time.